Most guys wake up waiting for the right job, the right girl, the right amount of money in the bank, the right motivation to finally hit. They scroll, they hope, they pray someone or something shows up to pull them out of the hole they keep digging deeper every day. I'm here to rip that fantasy out of your skull once and for all with the first brutal truth you have to say to yourself every morning before your feet even hit the floor. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your boss, not the government, not some guru on YouTube, not the woman you're trying to impress, not God himself riding down on a white horse with a six-figure check and a perfect life plan. The cavalry isn't coming, brother. It never was. The only person who can drag you out of the life you hate is the one staring back at you in that mirror with sleep in his eyes and excuses on his breath. I learned this the hard way, flat on my back in places most men would have broken and begged for rescue. No phone, no backup, no safety net. Just me, the cold ground, and the realization that if I didn't stand up right then, I was done. And in that moment something clicked. Waiting for rescue is the most dangerous addiction on the planet. It feels noble, it feels hopeful, but it's slow motion suicide. Every minute you spend hoping someone else fixes your life is another minute you hand your power away. Look around. The men who actually win, the ones with the money, the body, the respect, the freedom, none of them got saved. They saved themselves. They woke up one day, looked at the mess they made, and decided the only way out was through. No permission, no perfect timing, no waiting for motivation. They moved while everyone else was still waiting for the magic moment that never shows up. And here's the part that hurts. Nobody is coming because nobody cares as much as you do. Your mom loves you, but she's not waking up at 4 a.m. to do your push-ups. Your friends want you around, but they're not carrying your goals on their back. The world is busy. The world has its own fires. You are not the main character in anyone else's story. You are the only main character in yours. Accepting this truth is the most freeing pain you'll ever feel. Because the second you stop waiting for rescue, you stop needing permission. You stop needing perfect conditions. You stop needing someone to believe in you before you believe in yourself. You become the rescue. You become the hero you've been posting quotes about for years. So tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, before you let the world dump its noise on you, stand up, look yourself dead in the eyes, and say it out loud. Nobody is coming to save me. Say it until it stings. Say it until it burns away every excuse you've ever used. Say it until the only option left is to move, because the truth is brutal, but it's also the beginning of everything you've ever wanted. Nobody is coming. It's on you, always has been. You wake up and the first thing that hits you is the feeling. Heavy chest, zero energy, that voice whispering just 5 more minutes. You deserve a slow day, nobody will know. Your body screams for comfort, your mind serves up 100 reasons why today doesn't have to be the day. And right there, before the battle even starts, most men surrender. They let the feeling vote. They let the feeling drive. Here's the second brutal truth you have to ram into your skull every single morning before that poison has a chance to spread. Your feelings don't matter, only your actions do. I don't care if you're tired, sad, heartbroken, hungover, or coming off the worst week of your life. None of it gets a seat at the table. The standard is the standard. You either meet it or you don't. There is no third option called I didn't feel like it. Feelings are whether they come, they go, they lie, they change by the hour. Actions are concrete. Actions are what separate the men who end up somewhere from the boys who end up nowhere. The monks didn't give a damn how you felt when the bell rang at 3:30 a.m. in the dead of winter. Frost on the stone floor, lungs burning from the cold, legs still shaking from yesterday's training didn't matter. You got up, you trained, you bowed, or you packed your shit and left the mountain forever. There was no therapy session, no check-in with your emotions, and no safe space. There was only the next rep, the next breath, the next step. And in that brutal environment I learned the secret every winner knows. Feelings follow action, never the other way around. You think you need motivation to get started. Wrong. You start, and motivation shows up late to the party because you already did the work. You think you need to feel confident before you hit the gym. Wrong. You drag your ass to the gym and confidence is waiting for you at the last set. You think you need to feel ready before you make the cold call, send the message, or have the hard conversation. Wrong again. You do it scared, you do it shaking, you do it with a knot in your stomach, and the feeling catches up once it sees you're already in motion. Every single day you have a choice: be a slave to how you feel or be a master of what you do. Most choose slavery because it's comfortable. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect energy, the perfect alignment of the stars, and while they wait, years disappear. The men who refuse to wait. They move angry, they move depressed, they move uncertain, they move with tears in their eyes if they have to. And every single time they do, the feeling shifts, the fog lifts, the fire ignites. Because action is the only vote that actually counts. So, tomorrow morning when the alarm hits and every cell in your body begs to stay in bed, when the breakup still stings, when the bank account looks ugly, when the world feels heavy, you look that feeling dead in the face and you say, out loud, your feelings don't matter, only my actions do. Then you swing your feet to the floor and you move one step, one rep, one page, one call, doesn't matter how small, just that it happens. Do that every day and you'll wake up one morning 6 months from now and realize you've built an entirely new life while everyone else was still waiting to feel ready. Feelings are temporary, actions are forever. Act anyway. You roll over, hit snooze, stay warm, scroll a little longer, grab the extra coffee, take the easy route home, tell yourself just this once. Feels good in the moment, right, feels harmless. That's the trap. That's the third brutal truth you have to burn into your brain every single morning before the day even tries to seduce you. Comfort is the slow killer of every dream you ever had. Comfort doesn't announce itself with a gun to your head. It whispers, it's soft, it's warm. It's that extra 10 minutes in bed, the one more episode, the I'll start Monday, the I deserve this. Every single one of those little indulgences is a drop of poison straight into your future. You don't feel it today, you feel it 5 years from now when you're still stuck in the same job, the same body, the same bank account, wondering where the hell your life went. Up on the mountain they made sure comfort never got its foot in the door. You slept on wood planks, you ate the same plain rice every day, you trained barefoot on frozen stone until your feet bled, and if you ever complained, if you ever looked for the easy way out, they doubled the load and watched you break or become something new. Because they understood a law of nature most men never learn. Anything that feels good right now is almost certainly weakening you for tomorrow. The warm bed keeps you weak. The snooze button trains you to quit on yourself before the day even starts. The junk food keeps you soft. The endless scrolling keeps your mind scattered. The I'll do it later keeps your goals forever out of reach. Comfort is a drug, and society is the dealer pushing it 24/7. Netflix binges, delivery apps, social media doom, scrolls, porn on demand, all designed to keep you numb, fat, broke, and distracted while your potential dies a quiet death on the couch. Real winners learned a long time ago that growth lives on the other side of discomfort. The cold shower, the 4 a.m. wake up, the heavy weight, the hard conversation, the extra rep when your muscles scream. The night you spend building instead of partying, that's where the man you want to become is forged. Every time you choose hard over easy, you vote for the future version of yourself. Every time you choose easy, you kill him a little more, and here's what nobody tells you. Discomfort gets easier. The first cold shower feels like torture. The 100th feels like freedom. The first 4 a.m. wake-up is war. The 100th becomes your identity. The muscle you build from choosing hard every day isn't just in your body, it's in your mind, your spirit, your entire life. You become the guy who doesn't flinch when shit gets real, because you've been choosing real every single morning while everyone else chose soft. So tomorrow, when the alarm hits and the bed feels like heaven, when the couch calls your name after work, when the easy option shows up dressed as relief, you look it dead in the eye and say, comfort is the slow killer of every dream I ever had. Then you choose the hard thing. The cold thing, the scary thing, the thing that makes you wince, do it once and it hurts. Do it every day and it makes you unbreakable. Comfort today is pain tomorrow. Choose the pain that builds you. You tell yourself you're maintaining, you're holding steady. You're good for now. You'll kick it into gear next month, next quarter, when life calms down. That's the lie that keeps graveyards full of unused potential. Here's the fourth brutal truth you have to slam into your skull every single morning before the day tries to convince you otherwise. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. There is no staying the same. Nature doesn't do plateaus. Water doesn't stay still. It flows or it rots. Muscles don't maintain. They grow or they atrophy. Skills don't freeze in place. They sharpen or they dull. The second you stop pushing forward, you're already sliding backward. There is no neutral gear in this game. You're either climbing or you're falling, and the fall is so slow most guys don't even feel it until they hit the bottom and wonder how the hell they got there. I watched it happen in the temple every single week. A monk would show up on fire. First month he's crushing training, eating clean, meditating like a machine. Then he hits good enough, starts skipping the early session, cutting corners on forms, telling himself he's earned a break. 2 months later he's the slowest guy in the courtyard, breathing heavy on drills he used to smoke, and the masters are already writing his exit letter, because the mountain doesn't negotiate with good enough. You advance or you get spit out. Same law runs the real world, just quieter. You stop hitting the gym for 2 weeks and you don't notice, until the shirts fit tighter and the mirror starts lying less. You stop reading, stop learning, stop pushing at work, and you don't feel dumber today, until the promotion goes to the kid 10 years younger who never stopped grinding. You stop leading in your relationship and you don't feel weaker today, until she's looking at you like you're just another roommate. The slide is invisible until it's irreversible, and the scariest part. Someone out there is getting better right now while you read this. Some dude in a garage is doing the reps you skipped. Some competitor is studying the material you put off. Some hungry kid half your age is out, working you before breakfast. Every minute you choose comfort over growth, the gap between who you are and who you could have been widens, and it never stops widening until you decide to reverse it. The good news, the same law works in your favor the second you flip the switch. 1 extra rep today compounds, 1 book page, 1 cold call, 1 heavy set, 1 hour of deep work. Tiny, almost stupid, but it tips the scale. Do it tomorrow and the next day and the next, and 6 months from now you're not the same man. You're stronger, sharper, richer, calmer, more dangerous, because you chose the only direction that actually exists, forward. So every morning, before the excuses start lining up, before your brain tries to sell you that I'm good where I am, story, stand up straight, look yourself dead in the eyes and say it out loud. I'm either getting better or I'm getting worse. There is no staying the same. Then go do one thing, just one, that the old you would have skipped. One thing that proves you're still moving uphill, because standing still is death in slow motion. Keep moving or get buried. You hit the gym at 5 a.m., eat clean, stack money, read the hard books, talk less, grind when nobody's watching. And the second people notice the chorus starts, why so serious? You're obsessed. Take it easy, man, you've changed. Your mom worries, your friends drift, your coworkers laugh behind your back. Good, perfect. That's the 5th brutal truth you have to hammer into your head every single morning before the world tries to drag you back to average. Most people will never understand, and that's a good thing. Normal people don't get it because normal people are comfortable being weak, broke, and miserable. They've made peace with small lives, small goals, and small excuses. The second you decide you're done with small, you become a threat to their entire world view. Your discipline reminds them of their laziness. Your calm reminds them of their chaos. Your gains remind them of what they gave up. So they attack, they mock, they call you crazy, extreme, selfish. Let them. Their words aren't about you. They're about the guilt they feel every time you level up while they stay stuck. In the temple they warned us on day 1, The path thins out fast. Most who start quit within a month because the people closest to them couldn't handle the change. Family begged them to come home, friends called them brainwashed, old habits whispered louder than the masters. The ones who stayed learned to treat misunderstanding like background noise. You bow, you keep training, you let the weak fall away. 10 years later you look around and the courtyard is full of monsters, quiet, calm, unbreakable monsters who all chose the mission over the crowd. Same thing happens out here. You start waking up early, cutting the junk, building something real, and the herd gets nervous. They want the old you back, the one who partied on Friday, complained on Monday, and kept the bar low for everyone. The second you raise it, you stop being fun, you stop being relatable. You become the guy they talk about instead of the guy they call to hang out. Celebrate it. That distance is proof you're moving in the right direction. The truth is, winners are always weird to losers. The guy deadlifting 500 while everyone else scrolls TikTok looks insane, until the day he's the strongest man in the room. The guy saving 50% of his income while everyone else leases new trucks looks cheap, until the day he owns the building they all rent from. The guy who speaks less and listens more looks antisocial, until the day people start paying for 30 minutes of his time. So when the jokes start, when the eye rolls come, when someone you love pulls you aside and says, "I'm worried about you," smile, nod, and keep going. Their opinion stopped mattering the day you decided average wasn't an option. You don't need permission to become the man you're supposed to be. You don't need understanding from people who settled. You need results. And results only come to the ones willing to be the weirdo, the outcast, the one everybody talks about until the day they wish they'd listen. Every morning, before the first text, the first call, the first voice that isn't yours tries to pull you off track, look in the mirror and say it loud. Most people will never understand, and that's a good thing. Then go be the version of you they're afraid to become. Stay weird, the world needs more monsters. You open your eyes and the first thought that tries to sneak in is tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow I'll fix it. Tomorrow everything will feel different. That single word is the most expensive lie you'll ever tell yourself. Here's the sixth and final brutal truth you have to stare down every single morning before the day gets a vote. One day you will die. Act like it. Not in 50 years. Not when you're old and gray and ready. One day, maybe today, maybe next week, maybe 50 years from now, the lights go out, no warning, no redo, no extra time for the goals you postponed, the words you never said, the risks you never took, the man you kept promising you'd become someday. Clock is running, brother, and nobody knows how much sand is left in the top. In the temple we started every single day with that reality carved into stone. This might be your last sunrise. We bowed to the floor, stood up, and trained like condemned men who had one final chance to prove we deserved the breath we just took. No wasted motion, no petty drama, no room for laziness or ego. Because when death is sitting at the breakfast table with you, suddenly the argument about who left dishes in the sink becomes the dumbest shit on the planet. Most men live like they're immortal. They fight over parking spots, hold grudges for decades, scroll away entire evenings, put off the hard work for when life slows down. Then one day the heart stops and the last thought is, I thought I had more time. I've seen it. I've held men while they took their final breath and watched the regret hit harder than any pain. Don't let that be you. When you truly accept that one day you will die, everything changes. The alarm at 4 a.m. isn't punishment, it's a gift. The cold shower isn't torture, it's proof you're still alive to feel it. The heavy weight, the hard conversation, the scary decision, they stop being optional, they become urgent. You stop caring about likes, about being right, about what the crowd thinks, because crowds don't follow you into the ground. You start caring about the man you'll face when the lights go out. Will he be proud? Will he be at peace? Or will he be the guy who wasted it all because he thought tomorrow was guaranteed? Every sunrise is a lottery ticket you didn't deserve. Every breath is borrowed. When you live like that, pettiness evaporates. Laziness becomes disgusting. Excuses sound insane. You move faster. You love harder. You risk bigger. You stop hoarding time and start spending it on the few things that actually matter. So tomorrow morning, before you check the phone, before you let the world dump its noise on you, sit up, put your feet on the cold floor, and say it out loud until it rattles your bones. One day I will die. Act like it. Then get up and live the day like a man who has 0 hours to waste. Because one day the sun will rise and you won't be here to see it. Make sure when that day comes you've got nothing left to prove and no regrets left to carry.